Oh my, that's beautiful. Well, this is my very latest kaleidoscope given to me by Gerard Darby, and I'm very pleased with it. Curious enough, it's common enough, but I've never come across a version to put in my collection, but now it's been given to me, so I have to have it on. I find it's got two wheels, as you can see. The front one's got colour marbles. The back one is harder to see, but it's a coloured glass, all little spatterings of it. And when you put the two together and look through them too, and you can spin it fast like that, but the best effect I find is to have one, a finger on top of one and the thumb on top of the other. When you do that, they're going counter motion. One's going clockwise, the other's going anti-clockwise, and that makes a very, very nice effect, that actually. Something I've never done with these, so and I can spin them fast as well. So it's a real beauty, that. I'm very, very pleased to have that in my collection. And look at the little stand it comes. Very, very neat, very simple, and very practical, and it just holds it nicely. So it's very nice indeed. Well, now, there's something which I've never discussed on my many shows, the toys that get away. There's very few of them. There's only about two I can think of. This is one of them. Toys that I've seen in a picture or in a toy magazine. I thought, what's that lovely thing? Been a bit slow about picking it up and trying to do something with it. Here's a lovely example of one I saw. This is, 20 years ago. It's a slinky which goes down the staircase. On each of the steps before you start is a little round ball, a plastic ball, a blue one, a pink one, and so on. When you start the slinky going down, it's got a mouth, as it were, and it goes over, and then it carries it down until at the end it's full, its stomach, as it were, is full of little plastic balls inside it. It's going gobble, 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 gobble with each spring. Wonderful idea. Has anyone out there seen it before or seen it being done? When I chased it up, but perhaps 2 or 3 years later, it had disappeared and I was getting no replies. So it's one of those ones which, some ways, I quite like the poignancy of something that got away, which I never got my hands on, and I can go on longing about it and all that sort of stuff. It's one of those little items which I'd love to see if anyone knew anything about it. Now, we've had an Easter recently where I found some very nice ideas. This is something I gave my brother's family. We were about 15 of us, I think, for Easter egg hunts. It's called the Hen House. It's made by one of our big suppliers, Marks and Spencer's. It's got shortbread in it, but it's a clucking hen house, they say. Clucking? What do they mean by that? Well, you have to open it up and then see what happens when you open it. I've got to do a bit of... Oh, yes, I see. Yes. There's a sound chip in there. And there's the shortbread. What a lovely idea. I think it's probably solar controlled, so if I put it in the dark, it might shut up. Oh, no, make even louder noises. That went down very well with my older brother. He was very amused, and the rest of the family party as well. So a good one to find. I nearly overlooked it too. Shush. The other one was one of these wonderful optical illusions which I've had in my collection for many years. Something that Martin Gardner called the Dabbit or Rabbit. And it's actually made out of chocolate, so you can eat it, which is what you have for Easter time. And this way it shows a rabbit with the ears sticking up in the air. When I just turn it slightly sideways, the ears become a beak of a duck. So it's a duck and rabbit together. What's he called it here? A dabbit, that's right, his expression. From a duck into a rabbit and vice versa. And it's made of chocolate too, so that's fun. I bought several of those too for the family, so you all go down very well with people who like something a little bit amusing and have fun with. So I'll leave that there for now. The last item to show is a set of wobblers, which I didn't know I had. I've forgotten who gave them to me or where they came from. So the ones, you remember, which are on the table go wobble, wobble across the table, because the centre of gravity is the same above the surfaces all the time, and there's some of them, that's the more standard one which I remember. Wob, 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 wob. So I thought they have I wouldn't have a race, but I'll set them all down the table and see if they land anywhere like that. That one is a little bit tricky to do actually. Let's give it a go. Yes, this one's very slow, that's right. It goes wobble, 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 but only just about. And we'll set another one up like that, and it's going to be a little bit faster. Ooh. And he's going to go. This is one of the very strange one actually. It's slightly different to the other one. So he's going to go all the way. I think this one has decided to give it up and not do it. So no, he's going to work how to do it that way. No, going like that perhaps. Oh, isn't it funny when you're trying to do it and you don't quite see how it's trying to go? I'm not sure about that one. Let's try this one. Now, dear, see if you want to go. Oh no, not that. Oh no. Oh yes, there we are. Oh, we're off now. Let's see if this one will follow. Yes, just about. He's reluctant. Yes, okay. Well, it's quite fun to have one that doesn't quite work. I'll do one more try, but I think I'm going to give it up. Oh well, that's one of those things. It's some of them. Sometimes they things work, and sometimes they don't. But I enjoy them all. I don't. Oh, yes. Well, I'm caught on camera. I'm enjoying it though.